Welcome, everybody, to another video with a fantastic speaker at the Divorce GPS Summit 2025. Welcome, Lindsay, to this call.
Hi, Mimi. Thank you for having me here today.
My pleasure. I'm so excited to have Lindsay, and I invited him to be a speaker at this summit because Lindsay is a very unique mortgage. I don't know, is agent the right word, Lindsay?
Level two mortgage agents, correct.
Awesome. Awesome. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what has you be unique?
Well, the first thing, Mimi, I like to do is put the clients at ease. So I tell them that, if this was all about math, I would fail because I didn't do very well in math in high school. So right away, I'm there laughing, like, what do you mean? I said, you gotta do math all day long because it's not about math. It's about people. It's about heart decisions that people make. It's about someone who truly listens to them and empowers them to make the right decisions with choices and options and strategies. Often, the only thing that we know about our mortgage is our rate and our payment. There's much more to a mortgage than that. There's understanding all the things you can do with the mortgage, understanding the options, and not just the mortgage now, but what's the mortgage look like in the future? Is it with the same lender? Is it different? Is your lifestyle changing? So that's all about listening to the client, really getting to know the client. And then what do we do is we grow together. So it's not like me being the one that's teaching you. I learn from you as well, too. I grow with every single one of my clients. So I like to call myself a mortgage agent with the heart.
Awesome. And tell us your story from 3 years old and what inspired you to be a speaker in the summit.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, I get a little emotional about that. But the age of three, sadly, my biologically father decided to leave my mom, who was pregnant with my younger brother.
Mm.
And my life changed overnight. I mean, I was only 3 years old, but I remember really not having a childhood. I remember when they were going through this situation that I took internally all the blame myself, which was not right. I remember at the ages of 10 to 12 seeing a psychiatrist who had me draw pictures, and it really didn't heal me, my heart, or my soul for that matter. And to know that there's this wonderful support available because the children take the pain. The parents can heal over time. They'll realize that it wasn't for them, that this is another relationship they're going to find in the future, but the children don't heal as easily, and they're the ones that carry that pain. And to know that you have the support to take care of the children is really powerful.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you again for being a part of it. And why don't you share a few of your, I'll call it my Lindsay Doke special nuggets about mortgages that people
So
actually are oblivious to.
yeah, so simple things like say you have a bank mortgage, and I'll speak TD and Scotiabank, for instance, or even Royal Bank. A lot of people don't realize because they've been making the mortgage payments, they might have increased their payments, or they've done what's called accelerated biweekly, which is simply the monthly payment divided by two, that they can change the payment frequency from accelerated biweekly to regular biweekly because now they're not in a hurry to pay this mortgage off, particularly for a cash flow if they're both for a while managing this mortgage till they decide from a spousal buyout who's going to buy out the other person and what does that look like. So that's one thing. The second thing is after you've had a mortgage, again, typically with the bank, after you've made payments for a minimum of 6 months, you're allowed to skip a payment. So you can skip a payment. I advise you to talk to your lender to tell them you're doing this, but you're legally able to skip a payment as well, too. And then the best one is now that with the spousal buyout, and the ability to basically go back and maybe when you bought the first house together, you bought it as what's called a high ratio mortgage. So you didn't have the 20% down. You had 5 or 10% like so many people did. You've got your home now that's gone up in value. The amortization or the number of years left on your mortgage has now paid itself down to say 15 years. You can go back as like literally a first-time home buyer and you can refinance that property up to the maximum, taking a 30-year amortization. And that extra maximum might allow you to basically complete the spousal buyout. So it's really all about listening to what's going on. Hopefully in many cases it's an amicable separation, especially when children are involved and they want the best for the children. But sometimes it does become a bit challenging. And I think it's just a question of people not actingly emotionally, but actually soundly and making the right decisions. And I can guide them along the way.
Well, that's pretty exciting to know that there are options for people who are going through that whole spousal buyout. It's people freak out a little bit when they are on that road and they're worried about where they're going to live or who's leaving or who's staying or that whole thing. So, any last words?
No, I just, like I said, I think it's important. It's almost like these parents, they need healing like a child. So they need someone that's going to comfort them and nurture them, and most of all, listen to them before they provide any suggestions or advice. And I think that's what people want to when they're going through this situation. They don't want to feel like, oh my goodness, it didn't work out and then feel bad for themselves. No, no, this is a non-judgmental professional that's going to listen and advise and really care for them.
Thank you. And I can attest to the fact that that's who you are. You're not listening to make a buck. You're listening to do what's best for your clients. And I really look forward to hearing about all the other juicy little tidbits that you're going to be sharing with us at the summit.
Yeah, you wouldn't be
Um,
in this industry for 31 years if it was just about money. You have to be beyond their reputation and
yeah,
about integrity and
agreed.
honesty. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you soon. Bye for
Look
now.
forward to it. Thank you.